There's nothing more satisfying than making your own ground beef from scratch. In this video, I will show you how to fabricate the perfect blend of meat to make the juiciest Michelin star burger you've ever eaten. Be sure to check out my brioche bun recipe on how to take these burgers to the next level, because once you taste your homemade burgers, you will never go back to the grocery store to buy ground beef ever again.
We're whipping out the old meat grinder to grind up our own meat for our delicious hamburgers. So join me, you're not gonna wanna miss this one. Let's go. All right guys, welcome back for another video. Today we are gonna make some beautiful hamburgers. Valley Sportsman sent me this meat grinder to try out and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's 1.5 horsepower. This thing is a beast. Whether you're a hunter, a fisherman, or a chef, whether you do it commercially or just for your home, I highly recommend the 32 commercial 1.5 horsepower Valley Sportsman meat grinder. This thing is awesome, guys. So today we're gonna have a little fun with it. I'm gonna grind up some meat. I got a little bit of chuck, a little bit of brisket, a little bit of short rib. That's our blend for our burgers. We're actually gonna make the buns from scratch. I'll put that in a separate video so you guys can go check that out if you wanna learn how to make a delicious hamburger bun to go along with this homemade beef patty. You really wanna impress your guests. You really wanna impress your family, your spouse, take it to that next Michelin star level. Then you definitely want to do everything from scratch. And this channel shows you how to do that. Let's go ahead and grind up our meat.
All right guys, let's go ahead and start by breaking down our brisket.
See, with the brisket, it's nice. You want some of that intermuscular fat, but not too much. So typically I like to just trim this off. You can actually save this. If you're breaking down a whole brisket, save this and render it down. You have some delicious beef tallow. Most of the time you want majority chuck, because it has a nice fat to meat ratio, as you can see. So I just want to kind of cut this down to some decent sized pieces.
You'll want to cut up your brisket, your chuck, and your short rib into like sized pieces.
And don't be scared of beef fat, guys. It's actually very good for you. I mean, they're putting beef tallow in makeup. Guys are using beef tallow and rubbing it on their face for better complexion. So there's obviously a lot of vitamins and nutrients that are inside of beef fat. And make sure you save these bones. Check out one of my sauce videos. Learn how to make a beautiful beef stock.
Once your meat's ready, guys, I like to put it in the freezer for at least 30 minutes to really chill it down. This is just a lot easier on the machine, and you'll find that it grinds it up a little bit smoother. Let's talk a little bit about how to care for your grinder.
Very important. Keeping all your parts very clean. Dry them off right after you wash them. This is stainless steel. Obviously, it's not going to rust. It's just a good habit to keep these clean. One other thing too is you want to keep your head, your handle, your grinder plate, your blade, and your auger all in the freezer if you can. If you can fit it. I know these are obviously pretty big pieces. If you can't, it's fine. If you can try to fit it in, or just at least keep them as cold as possible. If not, making sure that your meat is half frozen really helps the grinding process. It's a lot better on the gears as well. Not that it needs it with that 1.5 horsepower, because this thing is an absolute beast. And what's nice is it comes with this beautiful big tray that you can just put loads of meat in at once. And just go ahead and drop in our meat. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. We put this through one time. Now we're gonna do a double grind. This just helps really incorporate and evenly distribute the fat. This just ensures that you get a nice marbling all throughout the meat. You don't have to do this step, but I just like to, and this thing can definitely handle it. Almost like tube it up a little bit and just shoot it right through.
If you're a nerd like me, you want to go ahead and weigh out your patties just to ensure that they all cook evenly. For my beef patties, I weighed them out to 8 ounces each. As you can see here, these babies are voluptuous. I'm only doing 4 patties for me and my wife, but whatever you have left over, go ahead and save for another application like meatloaf or bolognese. So now you know how to save money and grind your own beef so you don't pay more in the supermarket. Now let's make some caramelized onions and some bacon lardons to top our delicious burger with. We'll go ahead and start with 3 onions. Go ahead and slice them like you see here. And then we're gonna put them in a pan with some brown butter.
We want to just go ahead and add our 3 onions. We're gonna add a nice little pinch of salt. We really wanna extract that water from the onions and get these really cooking down, bringing out those natural sugars. Pepper, of course. Then we'll add in a pinch of sugar. And then this will just help kind of caramelize, get those onions really caramelizing down. If you're doing it right, this should take at least an hour to do, possibly more time, maybe up to 2 hours. So don't plan on going anywhere if you start this project.
Now let's make our bacon lardons.
All right, one little trick you can do for your bacon is just pop it in the freezer for like maybe 30 minutes. It'll really kind of harden it up and just make it a lot easier to cut. These, we're just gonna do some lardons, just little strips.
You want to just pop these in a cast iron and cook them low and slow.
So same as our onions, I'm gonna put them on the back burner. Just let them cook nice and slow. And then we'll come back and check on them in a little bit. Okay guys, so we got our onions and our bacon just slowly cooking in the back. You really want to just put these on low and just let them kind of render out their fat for the onions just really kind of caramelize and do their thing. There's no rush. You really want to take your time when you're rendering bacon fat and when you're cooking and caramelizing onions. So while that's going, I wanted to show you guys how to make what I call quick picks. I don't know about you, but I like a little bit of acidity on my hamburger.
Go ahead and cut or slice your cucumbers on a bice.
You want them about a 1/4 inch thick.
Place your cucumbers in a strainer with a bowl.
Then we just want maybe a couple teaspoons of salt. And then just lightly kind of rub that salt in. And you'll instantly feel the water starting to extract. All right, there's our cucumbers. So we want to go ahead and let these chill, do their thing, get all that water out for about 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to make the pickling liquid.
We'll take 8 ounces or about 1 cup of rice wine vinegar, half a cup of water, and about 60 grams of sugar. We want 1 tablespoon of fennel seed, 1 tablespoon of coriander seed, 1 tablespoon of peppercorns, 1 tablespoon of mustard seed.
Once it comes to a boil and your sugar's dissolved, go ahead and shut it off. We'll just let this sit and infuse with all the spices. Let it cool down for about 20 minutes. We'll add in a scoop of ice to really chill it down. And then we'll add in our cucumbers, a little bit of chili, and a little bit of shallot.
Once your pickling liquid has cooled down completely, go ahead and add it to your container with all your ingredients. Give it a good shake. And there you have your quick picks. I highly suggest you guys check out my brioche bun recipe. I'll leave a link in the description or somewhere in this video on how to make your delicious homemade buns to go with your homemade patty. Tell me those don't look absolutely incredible. All right, to sear off our burger, just a little bit of salt in a nice hot cast iron pan.
I'm sure the smoke alarm's gonna go off. What we're trying to do is just create a nice sear, a nice crust. That fat's starting to render out, as you can see. And that's beautiful because that's gonna baste our burger as we flip it. It's nice when the fat just kind of renders out and it's cooking in its own fat. I mean, there's nothing better than this, guys. Like, how cool is this? 3 different types of beef. Got a beautiful meat grinder, ground it up ourselves. I'm not saying you have to get a meat grinder, run out there and buy a meat grinder just for this. But if you plan on saving some money, if you have a big family you want to support, it's better to buy a whole animal or at least big cuts and just break them down yourself. You could break this down 10 and 15 pounds into small little pound portions, put it in the freezer, and then you're good to go for, you know, quite a while. See that nice caramelization? That's exactly what we want right there. All right, so let's go ahead and top our burger. I don't like too much cheese, just a little bit. Just top it with a little bit of our bacon lardon. A nice dollop of those beautifully caramelized onions. Look how gorgeous that looks.
All right, go ahead and cook your burger to your desired temp. I went about mid-rare on mine. All right, make sure you toast your buns, whether you make them from scratch or store-bought. It really adds to the flavor. To make this aioli, go ahead and check out my crispy potato video. Once you make you and your family these delicious burgers from scratch, there's no going back, trust me.
This is the biggest bite I think I'm ever gonna take in my life.
Oh my goodness.
It's got the perfect amount of fat to meat ratio. I think it's probably about a 80-20 if I had to guess. Myself, I could probably do a little bit more fat, but
That is absolutely delicious. Oh my goodness.
well, guys, what can I say? We made an absolute delicious burger, one for the books for sure. I don't know how else we could have made this any better. Maybe foie gras, maybe added to it. That'd be the only other thing I could think of that would make this that much better. I had so much fun using that beautiful meat grinder. A big thank you and a shout out to Valley Sportsman for sending me that grinder. I absolutely love it, and I highly suggest you guys check one out for yourself. I'll leave a link in the description below. If you guys want to know how to make this bun recipe, go ahead and click over here. If you guys want to know how to make an aioli, go ahead and click over here. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I truly appreciate you guys coming back week after week. It means the world to me. You need to get out there and make some hamburgers. You need to get out there and make some buns. Trust me. It's been a blessing as always. Until then, until next week, have a blessed week.